everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. We should have a good one on tap here today. It's the Texans coming in at 4-8, going up against the Titans, who come in at 4-7. So with kickoff straight ahead, we'll check in with our broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. This is the running back, Blue. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
On second down, here's Osweiler. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
On third down, Osweiler. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
First and 10, it's Osweiler. Slant route, caught by Edelman. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Let's just go ahead and go back through that play with his eyes, because he's got to read his keys. Run or pass right off the top. You're probably going to read an offensive lineman to see if he sets up the pass protection, if he fires out for a running play. The next thing is you're going to check and see what the back's going to do, and if he ends up with the football, okay, now you got to check and see. Does an offensive lineman come downfield and try and block you? Are you going to try to elude him? Are you going to take him on and hold your spot? What are you going to do? In this case, didn't have to do any of that. Saw all of his keys, saw the play in front of him, and ran clean to the ball carrier and finished off the play.
From the gun on third down, Osweiler. And that is incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And it's fourth down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So on fourth down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Taking it about the 16. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Titan football. They come up in an offset eye. Now here's the first carry for DeMarco Murray. Room here to run. And all the way down to the 26. A big run that time by Murray. 46 yards. And this defense, Charles, bottom half of the league against the run. That's not going to help their average.
Not at all. And when you're getting ready to play against them, in your scouting report, you're actually counting on a certain number of big-time runs against them. They've given them up all year. It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion. Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it's a second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Shift together here from the D-line. That was second down run for Murray. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag.
For me, that was an example of why offensive linemen might want rearview mirrors at times, because
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second down, Mariota. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw is Mariota, being chased out left. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there. And he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And Suckup will put this one right through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So our initial drive here this afternoon results in 3. I'm not sure that was a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
No question about it, Brandon. You had a crowd that was all fired up during pregame introductions, yet you're able to quiet them just a little bit by taking the early lead.
And now out comes Houston. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people.
Now another timeout here called by the Titans. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They run with Blue. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
The clock running here. Under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. They come up in an offset eye. They go again with blue. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And this is going to be incomplete. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And now a high kick, but he hit it straight up. Taken in at the 11. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that. Super toe.
With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. They go with Murray again. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Mariota on 3rd and 2. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, a 22.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On 1st down, Murray. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not got much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
2nd down following the run. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. And Walker with it over the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And he locates Walker, complete. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
Hey, when Marcus Mariota was at Oregon, throwing to the tight end wasn't much of an option, was it? That spread offense, you didn't have him on the field too much. Now, he's got one of the best in the game in Delaney Walker.
Now, last year, Walker led all the tight ends with 94 catches. Back to the the ground game. Here's Murray. And some room to maneuver. Past the 20. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I'm still an old-school football guy, and anytime you see a big-time running play, that fires me up. And if I'm on offense right now, in the position they're in now, inside the 10-yard line, I think after the way they've run it, they've set themselves up for a good play-action pass opportunity right here.
So the chain gang now done for the drive. Ball on the 10, first and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
A handoff. It's Murray. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. So stuff for no gain on second down brings up a pretty interesting third from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's third and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing is Mariota. This will be caught at about the 5. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And now out comes Houston. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They come up in an offset eye. On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a second down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Now Osweiler on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. 3rd down here.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Play action. It's Osweiler. And this one complete to Will Fuller. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They come out here in the eye.
No. Check. Patriot. Over.
On the sneak, Osweiler. Give him 2 yards on that play. And they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
It seems like, and it is a gamble on their side of the field, but they have supreme confidence in picking it up on a quarterback sneak. You can just feel it from this team.
set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Here's Blue. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This time, Osweiler will throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now Osweiler on first down. It's complete to Fuller. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
To throw is Osweiler. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
Now Osweiler. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Julian Edelman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans are an extra point away from taking the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Titans getting set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
To throw is Mariota. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Second half starts with a run by Murray. Fighting through. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Mariota now on 2nd down. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And he hits his man, Matthews. A gain of 8 and a 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Now a give. This is Murray. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Second down, Mariota. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, Mariota hits his target, Hunter. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I heard so much about the offense Marcus Mariota ran while he was at Oregon, about how people were just wide open, how he couldn't fail to hit them. But I always said the same thing. He sure as heck didn't miss them very often. Very accurate, even on short throws.
Yeah, he can go short. He can go deep, obviously, but he's really good with that short passing game.
Dart thrower, very accurate. Receivers love it.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. And quickly, they get to the line.
On offense, the guy that you want to have the best eyes on the field are your quarterbacks. So you can see everything pre-snap, and then, of course, as the play develops. On defense, oftentimes it's the linebacker. And on this play, his eyes took him right to the ball. Then he made a nice tackle. And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They come out here in the eye. Mariota going to give it to his fullback. This is Jalston Fowler. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you 1st downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up 1st downs.
They pitch it out to Murray. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Again, it's Murray. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They'll come out in the pistol. Now Mariota. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. J.J. Watt in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and we will remain tied here in this third quarter. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
On the carry, this is Blue. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. They'll come out in the pistol. Osweiler now to throw on third down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And a gain there of 11 yards.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Now, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. From midfield now, here's Osweiler. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Now it's Osweiler. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Out come the Titans now. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And now they're in the hurry-up. A run. It's Murray. So we got 3 of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. This is Murray. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Edelman set to return. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. They come out here in the eye. Blue on the toss. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on 3rd down.
Here we go, Niner.
From the shotgun, Osweiler. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Carries piling up. It's Murray again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. Mariota to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And at this stage in the game, every play is magnified here as we get down to the nitty-gritty.
Now let's go. Blue, learn it. Blue, learn it.
They go play action here on first down. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Hitting the home stretch here in a great game, a tie game. Let's see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back.
Now let's go. 3-19.
On second down, Osweiler. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Rashad Johnson. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They run with Murray. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Second down, Mariota. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. Third and long here for Mariota. And he locates Walker, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They come out here in the eye. Murray. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. A 20th carry coming up now for Murray. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Mariota to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Marcus Mariota. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to strike for 6.
And there's the go-ahead touchdown. And so likely we'll kick an extra point. But to me, I'm looking forward. Special teams now with your kickoff. And then your defense, that's where the pressure shifts.
Yeah, because there's plenty of time left on that clock. Anytime you're over a minute in the NFL, there's a chance. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And now out comes Houston. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's Murray. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency,